What's up guys, and welcome to a new episode here on Shades of Tech. And if you're new to the channel and you don't know me, my name is Fabrizio, but you can call me Fabri. And if it's your first time here and you like what you see, be sure to subscribe with the notification on. Also, for full disclosure, I remove all the monetization from this YouTube video, so if you appreciate that, be sure to leave a big like. So it's 2021, and as every year, it's time for a new studio tour. And from last year, a lot of things I changed, and especially the setup, all the ambient. Now it's a big open space. Oh yes, probably I will forget to mention something, so as always I'll leave all the correct product names and links in the description. Let's go! So I want to start with this area, which is definitely the best looking area of the studio and probably the most iconic one. So the main piece is this giant 65-inch TV, which is the Samsung U950R. It's an 8K TV with really stunning picture quality, and right now the 8K content are more available. It's really a pleasure to watch the content on this TV, and as you can see, it's wall mounted with the Samsung No-Gap wall mounting system that makes it go really close to the stone wall. But as you can see, all the LED strips with colors behind the TV are changing color according to what's on the screen, and this is why we have an Ambilight system, which is the UV immersion and LED strips that changes the color on all the strips according to what's displayed and seen by the camera on top of the TV. And as you can see, there is a second camera below the TV, which is connected to the UV Flow Pro, which are one behind the Xbox Series X and one in the other corner. Two camera, it's a little bit gimmicky, I know, but I can create some really cool Ambilight effect. And talking about gaming, I have the Xbox Series X, which is really mind-blowing. So I've always been a huge Sony fan. So I decided to switch to Xbox Series X because it delivers so much more power than the PS5. I'm really happy about this choice because it really screams power and it's really nice to play with the Xbox Series X. It goes up to 4K 120 with this TV. Actually, on the box it says it can go up to 8K 60. That will be really mind-blowing. Maybe with a software update in the future we'll be able to use at full potential this 8K TV. PS4 Pro with 500 gigs SSD that I upgraded myself. And then you see there the one cable connection box, which delivers all the HDMI, the audio, all the peripherals to the Samsung TV. And it's really neat because in one place you have all the cables. And talking about audio, here we have the sound system, which is a 5.1 system, and as you can see in the corner, in the center, the subwoofer, and then the satellites behind, and it really takes the audio experience to another level. Now that I'm used to a home theater setup, I really can't go back anymore. There are something really peculiar, which is the Divoom Boombox, which is a 360-degree audio system Bluetooth speaker with a really long battery. It's waterproof and has a really nice 360-degree audio experience. But even better, you can pair this one with another similar one, which is in the kitchens. You really need to test it out. And of course, you can miss the Lego X-Wing Star Wars. If you are a fan, leave a big like. And to complete the light setup, there is a light strip behind all the media center, and then one on the fake ceiling. Pino is the best piece of tech of this studio. It's the Google Home first edition. With that, I can control all the blinds, all the temperature, the cleaning robot, and all the lights of the studio with just my voice, and it's so convenient. Just wait 1 second. Okay, Google, cinema mode. Okay, so as you can see, with just one command, it creates the routine that closes all the blinds of the studio and then turns on all the light, because it knows that it's time to watch a movie or to play some games on the Xbox. And it's really cool and takes all the smart home experience to another level, especially in those hard times where we pass a lot of time in your home. And it's also very convenient for shooting, because with just one command I can create preset with the blinds and the light. Last but not the least, The media center was designed by me and my wife. It's really simple. There is a white media center and then a snake in walnut wood, and it's really cool, just minimal, and it matches the perfect minimal and clean looking style of the studio. So now we will move to the second part, which is the dining table / iPad Pro setup. I just use it with my iPad Pro when I'm on the go. Just arrive here, place the iPad, and I can connect it to this, which is the Apple Magic Keyboard Gen 2. Probably here I will make my main editing setup with maybe a 4K monitor, Mac Mini and some Flow Pro, and this will be a second area especially for video editing. But it's also really convenient because I love this table, which is from Riflessi Italian design, and it really is nice with this design of the legs. It's called the Shanghai. It has this really tiny piece of glass, which is a nightmare to be cleaned. A little bit like the Xbox Series X. I have some really cool wraps in marble white from Extremist Skin UK. Another thing I use this table for is for product photography, because right there I have the Samsung TV, so I can put whatever color I want on the TV. Background for photography. Okay, so welcome to the desk setup, which is definitely my favorite part of the studio, and probably the reason why I started this YouTube channel, to make some really cool desk setup like this. So the main piece of the desk is the dual monitor setup, which is composed by this Samsung 49-inch super ultra wide 32:9 aspect ratio with a resolution of 5120, so 5K by 1440p vertical, HDR 1000, and it really checks all the boxes for me. It's also 120 Hz, so really good for gaming, and this is why I call it overkill, because I have also another full 4K 27-inch monitor on top, which is also wall mounted, and you probably think it's overkill. Yes, but why not? But you will be probably thinking, what is that drives all this setup? You probably have a Mega Mac Pro or big PC. Well, no, I'm just using the M1 Apple Mac Mini, and more importantly, it's the base model with 8 gigs of RAM, and I'm really impressed and really blown away, because before I had the 2013 Mac Pro with an eGPU setup with the AMD 5700 XT, really powerful but expensive, and basically with 1/3 of the price and 1/3 of the dimension. With just this small box, I can run all of this setup. I can run Final Cut Pro 10 and make 4K 30 videos without any problem with different layers. I also made some HDR videos like the Groovy Martian video. It handles everything very well, so I'm really impressed. Maybe in the 2-3 years mark it won't be future-proof enough, because it has a few ports, it has 8 gigs of RAM, but I am even more happy about these accessories that you can see, which is the Satechi USB-C hub for the Mac Mini in silver color, and it's really mind-bending. It delivers a USB Type-C, 3 USB-A, 1 headphone jack, 1 card reader and a mini card reader just on the front the Mac Mini, because it's so convenient, and we will help you because the ports in the back of the Mac Mini are not that much. In fact, I used all of them, and you have some spare on the front, so definitely suggest the product. And as peripherals, I'm using this keyboard. As I told before, I have the Apple Magic for the editing, the night editing. I'm using this one, which is from Satechi, and I'm pairing it with the Apple trackpad, because why not? For video editing, timeline scrolling, and for Safari in general, it's so convenient. And if you have a MacBook Pro or a trackpad in general, you probably know what I'm talking about. MX Master Gen 3, because it's so convenient. It has so many buttons you can configure for different apps to make different things, and it's really helpful. It will cut the times of editing, but I will say 1/3. Now let's talk about the lights. Are controlled by this IKEA remote, which is hidden here with a magnet magic. With just one button I can turn on and off, and by the way, these are Philips Hue bulbs, and of course I can control them also with the Google Home Assistant. And to be honest, I had a Philips Hue LED strip all behind the tabletop, but it burned down after 2 years. I'm so disappointed, but it happened, so I will have to buy a new one probably. For Philips, if you're watching this, You can send one, please. So really cool lighting. And then about audio, you don't see any speaker. The Mac Mini has a speaker, but it's terrible. This one doesn't have any speaker, and this one has the speakers which are meh. So usually I use the Apple AirPods Pro. Deliver ANC, and they are really convenient to change with my iPad Pro, my iPhone, my Mac, and so on. But right now I'm using those, which the Transmart Q10, which deliver ANC for $50. The build quality is of course plastic, but they are not that bad, and the cushions are really comfortable. They have ANC, not as good as AirPods Pro, but it's quite good for $50. So really a Best Buy product in my opinion. Of course, many SSDs which are all cable managed and hidden below the desk itself. And then I have the VOOM Timebox Evo as a minimal clock, and the Lametric smart clock, I think, which is used to display my subscribe live YouTube count. So if you are between those 19.2, really thank you. You must say that I cable manage everything really well. I tried it very hard, but the monitor are wall mounted, so they look like they are floating, and then the cable are managed into the wall and then below the tabletop, so basically you don't see any cables below. I'm really happy about myself this time. Okay, so this is the giant leather couch with 3 places, and it's really comfortable. There's contrasty colors like beige and black and orange and black and so on. You have a relaxed position. Probably will argue that it's a little bit far from the TV. Well, I don't want to spoil too much, but 65 inch is a big TV, but I'm planning to upgrade to something bigger. I just put it there, like 100 inches short throw projector. Make sure to be subscribed. And now to close the video, I want to give you a little bit of behind the scenes hallway with this really nice gradient light, and also on the top of the sofa I have this really nice designed LED light that doesn't make a lot of light, but it matches perfectly the frame, and the one and only Google Nest, which can control the temperature. Now it's really hot, it's 24 degrees, and of course it works with the Google Home as well. And we have this giant green screen, and I've been playing around with green screen for the last couple of days. So this wraps up for today. If you liked what you see, be sure to leave a big like, it really helps the channel a lot. And if it's the first time for you here and you watch until this point, be sure to subscribe. And as always, stay tuned on Shades of Tech. Ciao!